Hello everybody. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the familiar system. So to begin, in the Overview tab, we have pretty much everything that's going on with your familiars at the moment. So these are the 3 familiars I have equipped right now. You can see on the bottom here the summon gauge. This will deplete the longer I have my familiars out, which can also show when you take out your familiars. You can see it says 2000 up here, and then it says 2000 in here as well. In order to summon your familiars, you go to your beginner tab and click on, or put it on your keyboard, summon familiars. And then on the right side, we can see how many familiars you've collected, the amount of badges, and of course the stats that you're getting from badges and familiars. Moving on to the setup tab, we have all of the familiars that you have equipped. At first, you will only be able to have 1 familiar. However, as you collect badges, which I'll get into later, you will be able to unlock the second one. So the second slot unlocks at 1 extra badge, or 1 badge, and then the third one unlocks at 10 badges. Now, familiars themselves have random effects when you first get them. So I'm going to go ahead and use some random familiar cards here. Let's go ahead and put in like 20 or something. So as you can see, they show up in the setup tab, and if I want to, let's say, equip them, I just double click them. So easy as that. However, let's say I want to reveal their potential, then I go to the collection tab. And in the collection tab, I can click on this question mark, pay a certain amount of mesos, depending on their rank, I think, and it'll reveal their potential stats. And each one is most likely going to be different. These are all common, by the way. You can see by the like gray outline, the gray name. However, if I go to a rare familiar, such as this one, you can see it has like a blue outline here as well. This might have a better potential than the previous. Yeah, 2% defense. And then of course there's Epic, which has purple, Unique, which has yellow, and I don't have any legendary ones, but I think I can show a legendary one. No, I can't. Those used to show up as legendary. So before I go into extraction and fusion, I also want to tell you about the slots. So I believe you start at 100 slots normally, but if you go into the cash shop, you can actually increase it by 5 for 1k and X. I got lucky and had a bunch of familiars before this change happened, so I was able to get more slots without actually having to pay. Now then, extraction. So the reason that you would want to extract familiars, you can also just select all, and any familiars that you have that are locked, as you can see, these have a lock on them. Oh, by the way, to lock familiars, just click on this lock over here, and it'll lock or unlock familiars for you. And the reason you would want to lock them is to make sure they don't show up in the extraction or the fusion. So, the reason that you would want to extract familiars is to be able to get familiar points. Extracting, well, whatever, let me not go into that. I was going to tell you how many points you get per rank, but usually the game will lag a little bit when you extract. Don't know why it happens, but it happens. So with the points, you can then spend them to buy anything in the shop. So you can buy more summon gauge, you can get a booster pack to get more familiars. I would not recommend buying this. And, you know, you can unlock more slots for your different presets. So this one I have set for, you know, drop rate, and this one is set for bossing. Anywho. Back to the other stuff. So, fusion. Now, the reason that you would want to fuse a familiar is to be able to rank it up. So I'm going to go ahead and use 100 there. So if I go into fusion and I select one of these, it'll show me all of the familiars that can be used to fuse with this. you can only fuse a familiar that is the same, as in it has to have the same name to be able to fuse with it. And then I can do select all if I want. A common familiar will give you 1 point towards this bar, a rare one will give you 2 points, and so on. The reason you would want to fill this up is so that you would be able to rank it up to try to get to rare, epic, or basically to tier it up. So when fusing familiars, you can only fuse familiars that have the same name, as in it has to be the same monster that you're trying to rank up. In this case, I have plenty of Ascend whatever that monster is, so it'll be the only thing showing up here. Versus if I put a bubbling, I don't have any other bubblings that are unlocked, so they won't show up for fusion. So I'm going to get this rare familiar to have this maxed out. So in order to put points into this bar, you need to fuse the familiars. So as you can see, I selected all, and it's going to put in the familiars of the same kind into this. Once this is filled up, you can see that the bar is full now, but the familiar is level 1. Once you have your familiar out, so I'm going to go ahead and equip that familiar now. So as I'm training on monsters around my level, the familiar will then get EXP. And as it gains EXP, it'll eventually reach level 5. And at level 5, I can then rank up the familiar. So after a bit of training with the familiar out, you can see now it has a rank up option. So because it's level 5 and the EXP bar is all the way up from fusing other familiars into it, I can now have a chance to rank up from rare to unique. So let's see if I'm lucky. And I am. So now I can go back to info, click on the familiar I just got, and reveal the potential to see if I got anything good. Crit rate's pretty nice. And yeah, that's how fusion works. Okay, moving on to badges. So badges are just, you have to collect the familiars for that area. So to get the starter badge, you need to collect a snail familiar, blue snail familiar, and so on. You need to collect all 4 of these familiars to get this one badge. Definitely the easiest one to get. And then a few other ones. You can also buy familiar cards, of course, in the auction house. That's how I got this Stumpy. Or you can just farm for them yourself. Once again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.